Hello there everybody and welcome back to more Sonic Lost World. Alright, so we're just gonna go right into it. You know what we did last time? We did Desert Ruins last time and defeated another one of the Deadly Six, so now we're gonna be going into Tropical Coast. A rather beachy type level, if you get what I mean. If you know your Mario law, you know that beach levels, or water levels, are always the third world. They're always this third world thing. Yeah, the third world thing. That's okay, but look at its 3D drill. Look at it. It's got good music, but by God, the control is so bad. Oh man. This is the only time I'm gonna utilize the 3D drill. Because even though it's not required, it is required in the 3DS build. In a rather long-ish level. That, you know, can suck. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. AKA, I'm not doing the 3DS version because not only do I not have a way to record it, but the special stages suck. Yeah, I should probably actually go over the 3DS version here at this point because I haven't really talked about it yet. If you remember a very, very long time ago in a galaxy that is not so very far away because it's on Earth, I died, and the 3DS version is probably the lesser version of the two, per se. Mainly because, well, the first two zones start off so well. Well, maybe so well, because, well, it's kind of sort of the fact that, the Windy Hill zone in the 3DS version is a bit fun, is, like, really fun. And it feels like an actual 3D Sonic game on a handheld, so that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. You know, it's cool. But then you get to Tropical Coast, and then that's where the problems begin. Oh god. That's when the problems really just start. Because, well, here's the thing. Imagine you playing a Sonic game that has the length of Sonic Heroes levels. Like 3 to 5 minute to possibly sub 8-minute levels. And then combine that with a lot of gimmicks that kind of sort of don't work and maybe just copy and paste situations. That's what the 3DS version feels like. It feels like a lot of stuff is going on with all the gimmicks, with, you know, just random gimmicks that kind of sort of make sense, but it doesn't. By the way, I'm just ignoring the red rings at this point. I don't even care. I just want to get through the game without these having to be like 20-minute videos. But yeah, imagine like all those levels, like they can get really, really tiring, like really, really easily. Plus the fact we kind of sort of saw it before with, you know, the tornado in the last level and the, you know, the other stuff, the death worms. There are a lot of do or die situations in the 3DS version. Seriously. There's like a whole bunch of them that'll make you go cray-cray. And unfortunately, this is the first video that's sign of age that I am coughing right here. And also, question, why do they give you lives here? You probably need them if you're going for the red rings. But good lord, man. Do they have to give you so many lives here? Like this is the level, and we're gonna run into a level later on that's kind of sort of like this, in terms of, you know, giving out lives and junk, where they're just gonna hand out lives to you like candy. Honest and for truly. But what I'm saying is, don't play the 3DS version. The boss fights might be better, but the special stages are like the worst, and the levels suck.
Alas, poor Cubot. I knew him well.
Arr! Me voice chips all cattywampus.
Thanks to Sonic, everything's gone cattywampus. My cacophonic conch was the only thing keeping those 6 maniacs in check.
Some sort of a natural inhibitor to their powers. Very painful.
And very rare. The Zeti have an innate ability to manipulate magnetic fields. They can make electronics, including my mechs, do interesting things. I controlled those powers with the conch until Sonic punted it away with his typical stupidity.
Well, get lost, Eggman, and let us get things under control.
I hope the Zeti eat you alive, you meddling, hedgehog.
Okay, if it pleases the court, all those who think Eggman is a total bonehead raise their hands.
Well, there you go, folks. The motion is passed unanimously.
I didn't raise my hand.
Look, say what you will about Sonic Lost World, whether you like the game, whether you don't like the game, but Eggman clearly saves everything. He's just amazing, like he always is.
It would seem the peaceful days of tending my garden will have to wait. While I take care of these matters, the rest of you cannot.
Please, Master Zick. This is not something you should trouble yourself with. It's beneath you.
Now, don't be concerned. Get it! It'll be good to stretch these old bones.
Oh, hi, Yoda. How are you today in my Sonic game? Hello? How is he today, using the Force to get his cane? Also, hi, Gusty Garden. How are you? Yep, we got a sort of a little bit of a golf course level. With, you know, rolling fruit into giant fruit blender thingy-mabobs that can produce juice to make Sonic, you know, go further into the level. Odd, but okay. I guess we'll roll with it. I like this level. Clearly for that visual aspect of, you know, just the juice. We'll see it later, but, you know, the juice, like, springing up to help How did I die? Okay, let's try this again. This time with 100% less death and 100% more doing stuff. Right here, we have the Rocket Wisp! Rockets! Like it says. You know, you can use the gyroscope to move it, but I'd rather use the control stick. Because control sticks are the classic way to do things. You know, the way it's supposed to be. I'm not a purist, but whatever. They have the option to do it with the gyroscope, you know.
This little seedling will never have a chance to bloom, I'll see to that. Oh yeah, it'll be a joy to cultivate his pain and make fertilizer out of it.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway, this melon that you're supposed to bring over to the blender, it attacks you. Yeah. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to happen, but you have to make the melon destroy one of those pillars in order to move on. It's really weird, but it doesn't really take that long. It doesn't really take that long to, you know, regenerate a new melon. Plus, why the melon attacks you, I have no idea. Maybe Master Zick is, like, controlling it. Which, by the way, I'm sorry that I got this fact wrong, but it's only Master Zick and Zaz that are named. All the others you have to figure out by the manual. Or the trophy in Smash Brothers, but whatever. Either way, let's continue on through here. And I do believe there is a red ring that's here, I think. No? Maybe it's here. I know you have to destroy all the enemies in, like, one certain group in order to get one. Maybe it's this one right here. Let's see. Is it the magic number? Yes, it is. Or at least I know where all the red rings are in this level. By the way, you don't need that melon. All you need is a Rocket Wisp right there, but instead, what you can do is avoid all those Wing Fortress chickens. And let's take care of that chicken bot right there. Or not. Okay. And actually, where you want to go is, you want to go over here. And what you want to do is just to walk over there. Make sure you destroy that chicken bot as soon as it stops blowing the wind. And run up the tree and get the red ring. Problem solved. Master of Rings! King of Rings! It's sort of like King of Games, bitch. Except it's not. King of Doors, bitch! That line always makes me crack up. Alright. Let's get it here. And rocket! One thing I really like about the Wisp, actually, it's also true in colors, that they also announce, like, what Wisp it is. Like, rocket! Laser! Or whatever it is. Drill! That's a pretty cool detail I really like about the Wisps. But, right here, we got another sort of planet. I do believe this is a required planet in which you have to destroy all the Motobugs on the thing. And you have to destroy all of them in order to make the Wisp appear. And all that jazz and stuff. One thing I actually kind of like about the homing attack in this game is, you know, the fact that it multi-targets enemies. It can get a little bit confusing, but it's not really an issue for me. It never really was an issue for me. Part of the reason why you kind of want to... People kind of sort of are mixed on Sonic Lost World is, you know... It all depends on whether or not you can find any sort of, you know, getting used to, you know, the overall control of the game. You know, I find this game controls kind of well, actually. It controls fine. I never really had any problems with it. But anyway, now we gotta fight Master Zik on a apple. So once he's done throwing all those spike balls, you can hurry up and lure the thing into the blender thing and then follow him. Then you can kick an old man while he's down. That's the lesson you want to teach kids. Kicking old men while they're down. And also he shoots lasers too, so be careful of that. And by the way, if you don't let him get past you, if you don't hit him like immediately right away, he'll go use the juice to another planet, and you have to do the same thing in order to get another hit on him, so that's a thing. Just another typical day for Sonic to beat down old men. That's a painful thing. I am so sorry, but it's true. Anyway, Tropical Coast 3. I am going to have such a fun time with this level, believe it or not.
I tested the blue one, and he's more powerful than I anticipated. He shows much potential.
Who cares about him? Now that I'm free, I want to squeeze Eggman till he pops!
Where do you get those donuts?
And eat him, I suppose.
Well, yeah. There are better ways to make him suffer. But more delicious? What would you say if I told you we could destroy Eggman's world and use its energy to make ourselves unbelievably powerful?
Well, I would say that I had taught you well.
Yes, you have. And it will be Eggman's own creation that causes his destruction.
Looks like we got a bit of a plan going on. And looks like I can't use the gamepad as a second screen for this level. Because, yeah, even though this contains one of my absolute favorite tracks in the game, Sea Bottom Sigu, is it called? I don't know. Sea Bottom S, that's what I call it. This level can be a little bit of a time. Because, well, basically what you're doing is you're grinding throughout the entire level. And, of course, unlike with most 3D Sonic games where they have sort of a button that allows you to, you know, or rather the past 3D Sonic where it allows you to switch rails with the push of a simple button. This one doesn't. You have to manually jump from rail to rail. I know it doesn't really sound that big of a deal because, well, for one thing, I haven't LP'd any of the other 3D Sonics yet. Or rather, any other 3D Sonic that has that sort of option. Like Sonic Unleashed. Well, actually, I did do Unleashed. What the heck am I saying? But, geez. By the way, don't get hit by the walls. This is basically the same deal as, you know, that Mach Speed level that we had in Desert Ruins. Is that, well, if you hit a wall, you die. Which, why he can't recover from the wall, I have no idea. Maybe he's going so fast that, you know, it's causing him to go, run smack dab into a wall. And I totally missed that red ring. I totally missed that ring. How did I miss that ring? I am such a bad guy at this game. Actually, I'm not really. It's just I need my 60 frames per second, man. I need my 60 frames per second thing to go on. I need my second screen to assure myself. By the way, just keep grinding. Just keep hitting those switches right there. You won't die. You don't have to worry about dying at all. One thing you can do in order to speed up is by jumping and pressing forward. You can actually speed up. And you can actually slow down here too, so that can be helpful. That can be helpful if you're in a tight spot. Also, if by some crazy chance that you do die a lot in this level, or rather in any big old level, rather, there is actually a sort of a super guide thing that will allow you to skip part of the level if you choose. But just remember, if you choose. Because you're auto-locked into... Because, remember, if you choose that very thing, if you somehow hit that very, like, item wing box thing, that will allow you to just skip the level. That's exactly what it does. It just basically lets you skip the level. No questions asked. Unlike with most super guide things that happen, like, you know, like New Super Mario Bros. U or Wii or whatever it is, they have a super guide there that, you know, asks if you want to, you know, use that thing in order to make the level easier for you, like use the computer to play the level. Or in Donkey Kong Country Returns, where it allows you to, like, play the level by yourself, but it allows you to get the Bronze Star or whatever. That's Mario Galaxy 2.
Sonic, something bad's happening.
Whoa! What's going on?
I don't know. It's like something in the sky is draining the life out of the world. Plants, animals, even the air feels cold and dead.
Okay, you guys stay safe down there.
Why?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on and stop it.
Sonic, why? Sure, Amy, you can stay safe down there where everything feels all cold and dead. You'll be just fine. Idiot. Sonic may not be the smartest thing in the shed, but you should know better than to just, you know, let Amy and Knuckles just die down there. Like, honest and for truly, like, that's literally what he does. Amy and Knuckles don't do crap in this game, and yet they're gonna be dead. Honest and for truly, like, why? I don't know. Stupid writing decision is stupid.
Your time is almost over, rash hedgehog. I shall prepare for you a lesson in respect. A painful lesson.
Oh, someone's gonna get taken to school, all right.
Follow, if you dare.
But yeah, like I was saying before, the whole super guide thing. Yeah, I know for a fact that Xenoblade Chronicles X kind of sort of has that thing where, you know, if you die too much at a boss fight, it can make it so that you can decrease the difficulty, but only for that particular fight. It's really weird, but it at least asks you a question as to whether or not you want to actually do it. But as for this game, nope. Super Guide just basically if you hit that thing, nope, you're auto-locked into just skipping the level. That's probably going to be a thing for me in, like, yeah, I don't know, maybe like the last world. I don't know, man. I just don't know. But either way, we made it to the boss level. Basically what you have to do here is to get this really annoying pineapple to crush all the enemies right here. Why can't you just destroy the enemies yourself? Because the game forces you to make SpongeBob's home your weapon. That's my basic only explanation for anything, and I will have no one tell me otherwise. I swear to God, it isn't. It totally isn't a thing that will happen in the near distant future. And now we have the planet of the egg ponds. So basically same deal as before. Kick into them with the A and Y button, and you're good to go to get that rocket wisp right there. This is just basically the first third of the level, as it were. But who needs those cannons? You can immediately just go over there and, you know, just skip the level. Skipping the level. Skipping that checkpoint. I don't need you, level design.
To a beating as being schooled? In that case, class is in session.
No, I don't want Master Zik to be my teacher, no. I don't want him to be my teacher in anything ever because he's Yoda. Yeah, haven't you noticed that? He's Yoda. He doesn't talk backwards, but he's Yoda. So that's basically the trope of the cool old dude. The Deadly Six are basically tropes. That's what I'm trying to get at here. They're basically tropes. Like, you know, the red guy, which I'm not going to reveal the name yet, is, you know, the big bad leader. Zaz is the crazy one. Zomom is the fat one. Master Zik is the old guy, but with the strange powers and all that jazz. So, so, you know, like I said before, they're one-dimensional characters. They're, you know, they're not the best villains in the world, but, you know, when it comes to their interactions with Sonic, they're pretty good in that regard. Like, character interactions are good. They are a thing. And also, me almost dying is also a thing too. So I better like finish up quick before this video gets too long. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna say right out of the bat, these videos are gonna be like very long. Now that I'm in part 3, out of presumably like 9. Yeah, out of presumably like 9 videos. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. All right, so. You want to be speeding through here because those spikes will catch up to you and they will hurt. They don't make you die, but just be wary of that. They won't make you die, but they will kind of sort of make you dead. Also, you get hit by that fish. Yeah, it's also death too. Also, yeah, You might as well believe it you might as well believe me when I say do or die situations exist in this game. Whoa, that was close. Alright, concentration mode. Yeah, as you can clearly see, Sonic feels kind of sort of stiff in this game, like, or rather in 2D sections, where Sonic feels kind of sort of slow. In that regard, where when you're jumping, you automatically lose what am I trying to say? You lose almost all of your momentum, as it were. Yeah. That's basically what I'm trying to say. You lose almost all momentum when you're trying to go through certain sections of the 2D variety. It's really weird. But hey, at least it's a thing in the game, so I can live with it. Whoa. How did I go fast right there? I don't know. But anyway, boss time.
Your lesson begins now.
Yeah, come at me, bro. Come at me, old man. And by doing that, too. Yeah. So basically, what Master Zik is going to do is he's basically going to, well, control all sorts of fruits in order to beat you up. And you have to use the rocket wisp to find out where you're supposed to go. And your hint is basically that old classic balloon. That's your basic hint as to where you need to go. And of course, his fruit layers obviously are going to get, you know, strong, or rather, bigger, and badder, of course, as you go on into the fight. And yeah, that's basically the boss fight in a nutshell. Just, you know, use the rocket, go into a cannon, and then beat him up from there. You want to go to this planet specifically in order to basically beat down his final form right here, or final phase. Like that. And that's it. Yeah, like I said, these bosses are pathetically easy. You don't need to worry about a thing.
We have a mutual problem. One so large that it will take both of us to overcome
Whatever. I told you, we can handle the Zeti by ourselves.
it. That may be true, but the rebellious swine have gotten hold of a device of mine, and they're using it in ways for which it was never designed.
What was it designed for, Doctor?
It was supposed to extract energy from our world, but the machine is unstable. Once it reaches full power, it can't be shut off. It will drain our world dry.
Oh, so that's what Amy was talking about.
And you just want to go smash it, don't you?
Well, yeah. What? It's what I do.
Oh, always your answer to everything, Hedgehog. If you wish to create a cataclysmic explosion that will incinerate everything within 100 miles, please smash away.
So there's no off switch?
No, not anymore. I need to get to the machine and reprogram the shutdown sequence. I'll supply the brains. You will supply the brawn I need to get past the Zeti.
Oh, and you're asking so nicely.
Good one, buddy.
Thanks.
Man up, Tails. I don't like working with my most hated enemies any more than you do, but our entire world is at stake.
Yeah, well, teaming up with you feels like the end of the world, Eggman. I'm gonna want to take a long shower by the time we're done.
Sonic, at this point, you've already teamed up with Eggman like 5 times. This shouldn't be a new thing to you. By the way, Hidden World, or Hidden Level, which we'll take care of next time because this video is already long enough as it is. We are going to stop here. After, of course, some more circus level stuff off screen. Which, by the way, I am aware there are indeed a variety of circus levels. Like, there's one with a cannon, one where you can actually have Orbot's head join in the party. But, yeah, I'm not really in the mood to show those up. Just note that they are there, and I will be taking care of them off screen, basically. So, next time on Sonic Lost World, we are going to go to Frozen Factory. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.